Shalom, Kal Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out doing the work in truth and sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The Aquat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest. The 144,000. The 1/3. The hopeful elect of Israel. All right, so I'm going to do this lesson. I don't quite know. I'm just going to kind of go in the spirit. And we're going to get a precept first. And let me start out by saying that this here is the Elder Apostles rebuke video. Okay, and he hasn't made one until now, until the Spirit came on him to do so. This Elder Apostle Ramlab, GMS Info Doc, Channel 12. Yesterday, 15 hours ago, to GMS and affiliate camps. Okay, now it's only 3 minutes and 30 seconds. 3:35 exactly. Okay, which is a guitar. 3:35. All right, look it up. Anyway, a Gibson 335. Anyway, this is a sign. Okay, here it is. When you think that this situation has happened and it's going away, this thing been going on for like 3 weeks now. All right, since the brother from Hawaii, Spirit jumped on him to get this ball rolling, because a lot of us, we've been waiting for Wile E. Coyote, right, to receive his day, right? And what you keep hearing in the situation is how much the brothers love this guy, right? Which is a testament to the degree of his subtlety, right? How do you love a demon, right? A demon is a damn demon all day and every day. And if that's what you are, it doesn't matter how many scriptures you know or what suit you put on. You could put on an angel of light suit, but guess what? You're a demon. You've been dispatched by Yahweh Shem Shai to do demons' work, right? Like Tex Watson said, I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work. If you know who Tex Watson is, look it up. All right, Tate LaBianca, I'll give you a little hint. I'm the devil and I'm here to do the devil's work. Well, Wile E. Coyote is the deceiver, and he's here to do the deceiver's work. All right, so anyway, it finally came to this, which is a formal rebuke video from the Elder Apostle, and he just said, here's all I got to say about it. Really, there's nothing left to be said. But, all right, this is the subject of what I'm trying to explain here. All right. Now, this is a thing, and it's a big thing. It's not a small thing. All right. Wile E. Coyote is a big thing. All right. But what must we do anyway? See, because everything is a test. Wile E. is a test sent from the Most High. And that test, right, came on me in 2012. Okay? That's how long ago. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not crying. I'm not complaining. I'm not poor meing. No, you analyze the situation. You understand what the Most High is doing, and you pass the test, all right? So we're going to start right here, right? Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, but a just weight is his delight. So just as we have an example of a nigga, right? A damn demon being exposed and being rebuked before the whole congregation, right? And his name is Wile E. Coyote. Where's he at? I wanted to refer to this first. Let me see. Let me find another. Let's look at it. Odyssey Pro. We find a YouTube channel. Bear with me. I'm doing this in the spirit. All right, so see what we got here. Bear with me, this thing wants to fight. Okay, so I'll type in Wiley, which is what? Non-stop, right? Okay, so let's get a picture of, or an idea of who we're talking about. All right, so here's Wiley. Okay, just, fomenting strife, right? Elder Tahar says, Elder Tahar says, Elder Tahar said. This is what comes up. I just typed this in. And what is this dude on? Elder Tahar says, okay, what is he doing? This dude is doing what he does. He's sowing strife. So what happened is the guy got kicked out, right, years ago, and was given an amount of time, right? He wasn't kicked out, he was suspended, all right? And he was suspended to give him enough time to examine himself and go through the procedure, right, of maintaining your place in the camp. Now, what am I saying here? This is one side of the scale, all right? We need another side of the scale to, as a comparison, to do what? To bring balance, right? Back to Proverbs. The Lord detests dishonest scales, but accurate weights find favor with him. So let's not just jump on Wiley, all right? Because that's easy, and people don't understand, okay? So we all know what's going on with this guy, being exposed for the wickedness that he's doing, right? And by the book, this dude has had many chances. So what's the other side of this? I'm going to introduce this brother here, okay? Rapah, I believe his name is Rapah Amath, GMS Class of Kings. Now, I saw this, I don't know if it was about 10 months ago, maybe a year, I'm not exactly sure. But this brother right here, I believe he's from New York area or whatever, he was put on probation, or he was suspended from GMS. They made him take GMS off of his name, right? This is a brilliant brother too. Brilliant, very wise, articulate, and all those things. And what happened, I don't know exactly what the situation was, but he was suspended. I think if you boil it all the way down to a reason in one word, I think it would be pride. All right, which when you're dealing with Wiley, you talk about pride. Well, you got pride and you got downright being a despicable piece of shit. And I'm not saying that about this brother right here. What am I saying about this brother, Rapah Amath? Is that he passed the test. He was suspended, right? Just like Wiley. And what did this brother do? He came with a whole lot of humility. He humbled himself. I watched it. I was like, oh, what's going on? This brother here, because right before he got suspended, the Most High put the spirit on me to start watching his videos. And so I subscribed to him, and I was being edified. And then suddenly I'm like, oh, well, what happened? And I was like, oh, he's on the chopping block. And I was like, what's going on? So I kept my eye on it. And what did the brother do? He hunkered down. He hunkered down. He humbled himself, right? I watched it. And he did what was necessary. I think he went and spoke to brothers. It's probably in his videos. He goes in and he did what was necessary while on suspension. The main thing he did was he humbled himself. And I saw it. So I believe the name of this lesson that I'm making right now, I'm rambling, is going to be Class Example of Kings. Class Example of Kings. Because he's the example of how to be reinstated. All right, I saw it. It was maybe a month. It was maybe 2 months. It was maybe 3 months. I'm not exactly sure. But before you know it, guess what? He had GMS back on his name because he did what was necessary. All right. Let me see. Where was I going with this? Oh, um, let's read this. A rebellious son. And when I'm bringing this out, I'm doing this in the spirit. This is Deuteronomy, which is the law, right? But let's imagine that this is in the spirit, all right? A rebellious son. Deuteronomy 21 and 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, uh, the man being the elder apostles of GMS, which will not obey the voice of his father, which is Wile E. Coyote, the one that you call, or Yahweh call, whatever you want to call him, or the voice of his mother, which is wisdom. We're in the spirit, right? And that, when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them. He ain't listening to nobody. I'll listen to the elder apostle Tahar, but the other elder apostles, I won't mention them when it comes to double honor. Then shall his father and mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of the city, this is our son. This our son is a stubborn and rebellious. So this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. Okay, we're still in the spirit. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away, evil Steve away in the spirit, from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. So guess what? We're watching. See, and again, I thought this thing was, coming to an end a couple of days ago, right? I thought, okay, this thing has run its course. It's 2.5 weeks, maybe 3, right? But guess what? See, San Francisco only did their video, 3 days ago? So right when that happened, then more videos started coming out about this guy, okay? So he's spiritually, right, being stoned. he's spiritually being stoned that he died in the spirit, all right? Now, what did the other brother do? Thou hast gained thy brother in the spirit. Let's see. Let's get humble yourselves. Okay? Here's the balance. Here's an example of what you were supposed to do. Bringing balance, okay? King James, 1 Peter 5 and 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that he may exalt you in due time. Not exalt yourself. All right? You're going to be abased. You know the doer of the word. All right? You forgot this one. All right? You're quick to bring it up and tell somebody else, but as far as adhering to it and performing it, that would be a no. So anyway, the Spirit was on me to, again, highlight this brother right here. Here's the example, right, of what you're supposed to do. This brother, Rapah Amath, he got the GMS back on his name after probation, okay? Where am I going with this? So, I mean, that's the balance, all right? Check this brother out. I just thought that it should be noised abroad that, that you don't have to get stoned until you die. Stoned to death. Okay? That you can rehabilitate yourself, right? Examine yourself. But see, if that's not your true intention, if you're in this thing um, for anything other than to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua instead of your own belly, you're going to be ferreted out. All right? But this brother, again, okay, let me see. I think it was back. Salakia Akia. Let me see. Okay, so he had a podcast and he got personal. I don't know. Okay, look, pride will destroy you. He went through it. Be careful of instant fame. He was going through it, and he humbled himself. All right, let's get one more. All right. I just wanted to show an example of what action, or a real time example of what you're supposed to do, and that it exists. It's not just this nigga was the devil and we kicked him out of the camp, but everybody goes through the process. First, we're gonna put you on probation, or what they call suspension, right? And that's when you have a little uh, grace period to get yourself right. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. How do you do that? Well, when you get suspended, it's time to prove, right, that you're not a reprobate. How do you do that? First thing you got to do is look in the mirror and humble yourself. Know ye not your own selves? Yeah, you do. You know you're a coyote. You've always been a coyote. I'm going to win. I've always won. Since I was a little kid, right? Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, is in you, except ye be reprobates. So this guy didn't know that Yahweh Shai is in him, because you ain't even acting, you're not emulating Yahweh Shai. You're being the nigga. By your own admission, I've always won. You're being the nigga that you were out on the street trying to win in the truth. You don't win in the truth, right? You make it on the chariot by the hair on your chinny chin, right? Not how do I make a 20 twin. All right? You're coming in the truth with the wrong mindset. He's saying, how can I become famous and make me some money while doing it, right? What the brother say? He said, that famous shit is going to take you down. So let's lock in. Just go browse and let me see. Right here. This kind of pride will destroy you. Be careful of instant fame. What happened to Wiley? 2 words, Fox News. Right? Instant fame got him. He couldn't deal with that. This dude thought he was famous. Guess what? You're infamous. We are infamous. Okay? It's not a good thing. When you're infamous, you know what you do? You keep a low pro. You stay hidden. Right? Wanted, nigga. When they put a wanted poster, all right? Wanted, black Hebrew Israelites. What do? You keep it on the low. You don't jump out there, hey, it's me from Fox News, right? Meaning this, your whole approach is not about, you know, you want to be out there, right? Like everybody, men shall be lovers of men shall be lovers of themselves. Hey, here's the example. All right, we can go on and on. We can bash Wiley, right? But here's the example. All right, just to bring a little balance, right, is all I'm doing. There's one more. Let me see. Did we get that? We did. Examine yourself. A false balance. There's two of these. Let me see. Balance. And they say the same thing, but I'm going to get the other one. Is not good. Is it the same thing? No, it's different. Let's see what it says here. Proverbs 20 and 23, and we're going to end on this, all right? Why are we ending on false balance? Because you got Wiley, right? Here's one example, a bad one. Where's the good one, right? Here's the good one. He made it. And it should be noised abroad. This should be an example for everybody watching, because it's not just GMS watching Wiley get taken to the carpet. Everybody. Best believe Sakari, starting with Alazar, who knows Wiley well, they're all watching with popcorn, right? They're watching the dismantling of Wiley, the spiritual stoning that he may die of Wiley Coyote, right? So as we're watching that, what do we need? We need some perspective. What's the opposite of Wiley? Here's an example. Rapa Amath. All right, and it should be noised abroad. It should. It was a class example of how kings move. He got called out for whatever reason. He humbled himself. Right? Next thing you know, in due time, he had GMS back on his name, and that's what it was. Did we get this? Proverbs 20 and 23. Diverse weights are an abomination unto the Lord, and a false balance is not good. So, what are we doing? We got Wiley, right? An example of what not to do, right? Going up against the elders, right? There's proof all over the place. When you hear that video that the brothers from, I believe it was Arizona, when they brought that out, and this dude, this nigga's caught Esau red-handed, being the devil, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. What you gonna do? You gonna cry? This nigga's being the devil. It's funny. Okay, and that's the bad example, right? But you got the good example, all right? And there's your balance, all right? So, shout out to Rapa Amath, GMS Class of Kings. There was a podcast back in the day, but anyway, Class of Kings Ba, all right? He should be commended openly, right? For a job well done. Anyway, so we'll end it right there. I just thought, I mean, the Spirit was on me because I was like, well, I remember this situation. And I just thought that it should, it should be put out, even though maybe two people see this. Those were the two that were supposed to see it. Anyway, I'll end it right here. With that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and few sisters. All right. Shalom.